ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Spam Go Bills in the chat right now, guys. We are getting closer and closer and closer to the Sunday night showdown between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. Well, guess what? Excuse me. Sorry. I'm drinking this sparkling water over here. Don't trust anybody that doesn't drink sparkling water, by the way. Anyway, folks, what I am going to tell you is that we are going to be going through all of the injury reports. That is including the Baltimore Ravens injury report. That is including the Buffalo Bills injury report. And also discussing a variety of different topics leading up to that game. What exactly occurred during both practices today, things that we could figure out, things that we can understand from Hard Knocks, et cetera, guys. Spam Go Bills in the chat as you are coming in, and smash that like button as well. By far the easiest way to support the channel tonight. Now, guys, something I did want to do, just a housekeeping, I'd say, announcement, okay? Tonight on the AFC East Roundtable, we are starting early, all right? I believe we're starting at 6:45 p.m. EST, and it is not going to be a regular AFC East Roundtable stream. It's going to be a fundraiser for all of the families that have lost everything out in Southern California with all of the wildfires. So, Roundtable Sports, we have actually all ended up getting together, and we are trying to raise over $50,000 for this overall cause. We're running it all the way until the Super Bowl. So if you are planning on joining this AFC East Roundtable tonight, just know that we are not accepting super chats. We are accepting donations to that fund. So super excited. I'm sure I'm going to see the vast majority of you over at the AFC East Roundtable like you typically always do. But thank you in advance for all of your support. We are super, super excited to be a part of the solution over there in Southern California. We certainly understand that. But now it's time to talk about the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens injury reports. And you know what? I'm just going to rip the damn Band-Aid off right now, fools. Because I'm going to tell you exactly what I ultimately ended up learning. Something I think you guys are going to appreciate. Well, I mean, not appreciate. I never wish injury on anybody. But it's something to consider. Right here, we have the Baltimore Ravens injury report, and I do want to tell each and every single one of you that Zay Flowers did not practice, still suffering from that knee injury that he sustained on Week 18 for the final game of the season. Now, according to what some Ravens fans are saying, I have to double-check on this. Not that I really think it's going to be much of a factor, but I don't want to report this unless it turns out to be true. I want to say I thought somebody said that Deontay Johnson is back on the Ravens. Right, now let me double check. Back to Baltimore. Yeah, that is correct. Deontay Johnson is back on the Baltimore Ravens. In my opinion, this is probably a worst case scenario for the Ravens organization in case that Zay Flowers is unable to go. Now, here's the thing. If I'm a gambling man, I have a feeling that he will play in some sort of limited capacity. But make no mistake, we are not going to be seeing Zay Flowers at 100%. If anything, I think that he might be thrown out there to serve as a, I'd say, distraction. Something to think about that. But so far where it stands, knee injury, did not practice on Wednesday. We will see if he ultimately ends up suiting up. If he does not suit up, ladies and gentlemen, this is not the Pittsburgh Steelers we're talking about. This is the Buffalo Bills that we are talking about right now. And let me tell you what, if the Ravens can only score 28 points against the Pittsburgh Steelers, all right, I promise you that this Buffalo Bills team is going to score a hell of a lot more than that. A hell of a lot more than that, ladies and gents. I was expecting, or at least according to what Ravens fans were telling me, we were going to assume that these guys were going to put up 40, 50 against the Pittsburgh Steelers based off of everything that they had been saying. If Zay Flowers is not out there, I think that once again also ends up giving an advantage to the Bills. Although the Bills already have all the advantages in the world, in which that we have gone over practically all week at this point. But this is a look at their injury report. Have Zay Flowers, and then you also have Deontay Hardy, who is a wide receiver and also their punt return specialist. His knee injury is listed on the injury report, and he was a full go from there. All right, so something to think about right there. We have Matt Cannon. He's a Ravens fan. He's a cool Ravens fan. I do like this guy. So Deontay is a next year move. Can't play this postseason. Interesting. Thank you so much for bringing that up, man. Really. Johnson hasn't done anything this whole season. From what I understand, he can't even play. Nobody said that Johnson was playing. Happy hump day Wednesday. The anxiety is starting to build, but feeling pretty positive. I'm feeling pretty good too. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be a close one, but I don't think that same Bills team is showing up from week 4. Zay won't be anywhere near his normal self. Absolutely not. And I'm going to choose Taron Johnson in that matchup if he is nowhere near close to 100%. I think the best case scenario for Zay Flowers is going to be operating at about 50, 60%. But I'm probably going to take a 100% Taron Johnson against the 60% Zay Flowers. Absolutely zero questions asked. Zay Flowers out. Oh, wow. Advantage Bills. Now they can load the box like they need to now. Absolutely crazy. Well, it's not confirmed, but today he did not practice. And we're going to be keeping a close eye on it tomorrow once that injury report ultimately ends up getting released. And we're also going to get a good understanding of like what kind of Zay Flowers are we going to see on Sunday. If he did not practice on Wednesday, that is a bad sign. And that tells me that he is nowhere near 100%. And if he does play, he'll be nothing but a glorified distraction. Essentially what I am picking up from all of this. We know how football works, Dan, and most of us in this chat. So you need to stop being disrespectful. We know. Jordan, calm down. Jordan, are you talking to me, Jordan? You better not be talking to me, Jordan. You better not be talking to me, Jordan. How dare I get disrespected by my damn own, dude? So I want to remind you, fool. Who's the captain of this ship. All right? And say that it wasn't from you, man. And say that you were directed it towards somebody else. That's completely fine. Thank you so much. But I'll be damned. Bills Mafia is going to come in here. Tell me what to do. Fool. I'm a grown-ass man. That's why I wipe my ass every morning. No skid marks on the underwear, fool. Damn. I'm trying to understand what the Bills will do with Taron if they load the box against Henry. Won't that eliminate him from some of the scheme? So I'll be honest with you. I think that's been like a take that has been circulating around. I don't necessarily think that we are going to load the box because that's just going to take people out of coverage. I think that what we're going to do is really just like adapt and hold into our overall identity. And we are going to just have like normal of the nickel defense because we haven't even had an opportunity of running nickel against the Ravens because we were so banged up last time that all we could really do is run dime packages. 4-3 probably won't work either. I'm fine with loading the box occasionally, but as long as we're bringing extra pressure. I like our edges' ability to close Lamar Jackson in the pocket. Normally, we do very good with that. But remember that Von Miller wasn't even playing on week 4. And our secondary as an insurance policy really didn't even end up working out with that. As a Bills fan, I hope Zay is able to play, wishing the best for him. Me too, because I don't want any excuses. King Henry's legs will be frozen, so he won't be able to run. Ian, yellow in the front, brown in the back. Oh, dude, don't you worry about that. Dude wipes are absolutely the best investment any man can bring. I think Taron becomes a spy. Not necessarily. I promise you it's going to be Matt Milano. He is way better suited for that spy role, in my opinion. I want Taron Johnson to be on whoever they run out of the slot. That's where it's at. Dan, and do you think that the NFL is scripted for Kansas City's advantage? No, like not necessarily. Like we'll see. Love me some Taron. I think he's a maniac in a good way. Just hope they don't keep him off of the field for some reason. I don't believe that they will. And really anybody that's like hoping that we run some sort of 4-3 defense, I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. Bills are going to lay the Ravens down into their postseason grave on Sunday. No Undertaker rising back up this Sunday. I won't be there tonight, Dan. Wish I could, but I got to go to department training / drill. He's a firefighter, my friend. Thank you so much for your service over there, man. That is a job that I have all of the respect for on the face of the planet, man. Seriously, we will miss you. So much cockiness from Ravens fans, and the spread is only 1.5 Ravens. They need to chill out. Just know that a lot of them are about to disappear and never show their faces in here again. It's beautiful. Just joking. Go Bills. Ian, you're the man. Jordan, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, brother. I was just kidding. You know what I'm all about. Don't be sensitive, Jordan. You're allowed in here. We love you. We love you, Jordan. I'm not sure if you were yelling at me and telling me to stop being disrespectful because that shit don't fly. I shut that shit down immediately. But if you were talking to some other fool named Dan, that's completely fine. Let's talk about that. Two Hill Legacy game incoming. Ian, the Chiefs fan, is rocking it here. Matt is going to be put on skates again. Zero cool. You were jacking off over a highlight that happened 5 years ago. I'm also beating off about a highlight that happened 3 years ago when Taron Johnson took Lwack Jackson to the house on a pick six that sent you home in the divisional at your own home stadium. You just wait. If we can't stop the run, we 1,000% will lose. Forbes, the Bills will get creative with exotic looks. I promise you that Babich and Sean McDermott are knee deep, balls deep in this defensive game plan, and we're going to be seeing some shit where we're going to be looking at the television on Sunday. Mark my words. We are going to be looking at the television on Sunday, and we are going to be asking Sean McDermott, where the hell was that all season? That is how confident that I think that he's about to surprise us. Hey, Dan, you are silly as hell. And did you grow up or hang with black guys growing up? Yes. I played sports growing up. So yes, indeed. Divisional round is historically the Bills' resting place outside of the Super Bowl. Oh, man. And yeah. Look at that. It makes me laugh every time you slap Bob. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you enjoy it. I really do. What about the Bills injury report? Jeffrey is saying, I hope Keon and Cooper show up and Lamar Waxon can't compete with Josh Allen. The great Luke Carini. Bills will find a way to stop Henry. I love that, dude. See, I need that damn positivity in my life. These mofos need to play defense this weekend. I felt that they always get beat in really big games in the playoffs. Love my Bills, but come on, man. Let's go. Jizzy Fresh is in the chat. Jizzy Fresh, what's going on, baby? And so we don't want none of that sour jizz. It's all about that fresh jizz, baby. Jizzy Fresh. Don't clip that. We will be just fine. Go Bills. Absolutely. Edic, just watch a Ravens fan reaction to Bills Broncos highlights. He sounds scared and insecure about playing the Bills, talking crap. I love that. Hi, Dan. I heard Bills fan from Greece. What's going on? Wow, dude. Holy hell, man. You are inspiring me. You are inspiring me to do a roll call in this chat right now. I'm absolutely beautiful. Hi, Dan. I heard Bills fan from Greece as an opinion of why we lost at their ground, that we cannot play well against big bodies. Do you agree? Is it going to be an issue on Sunday? Well, let me tell you what. That is an awesome, awesome question. So here's the deal. One thing I love pointing out is that normally Sean McDermott defenses do a very good job at containing Lamar Jackson and also containing Derrick Henry historically. Let's start off with Derrick Henry, right? He has only had 2 games his entire career out of the 7 that he has played a Sean McDermott defense where he has cracked over 100 yards. Every other game, 40, 50, 60, 70, if that. Out of both of those games, where the Buffalo Bills allowed Henry to run over 100 yards, exclusively the one on week 4, and that one game that was during the COVID season where we had Tuesday Night Football. I'm sure all of us remember Tuesday Night Football, right? Whole thing was a complete cluster. No one knew when the game was going to be. It was a COVID season, was really, really weird. Still a close game regardless. All of those games, we had significant pieces missing. So, yes, Henry ran for over 199, and about 80 of those were for that one big run, right? But we were missing Matt Milano, same thing with Bernard, and same thing with Taylor Rapp, right? So those 3 are your insurance policies when it comes into the run. And we've noticed that our run defense has been getting much better throughout the past couple of weeks. And it's no surprise, and it's not rocket science to understand why it's better. Because we have a healthy Milano and we have a healthy Terrell Bernard and we have a healthy Taylor Rapp, who is absolutely deadly at stopping the run at the second level, right? So having those 3 guys back for like run defense helps out tremendously. And then with Taron Johnson also being able to like spy out and help out right in the middle of the field in his overall zone coverage responsibilities, that's going to help. And Von Miller being out there as well with those opportunities of being able to stop and potentially tackle Lamar and or Derrick Henry behind the sticks a couple of times here and there. So I'm very confident that what we saw in week 4 is nowhere near what we are going to see. Nowhere near what we are going to see on Sunday. And the thing is that here's my biggest thing. A lot of people are just like, ha, 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 ha. How the hell are you guys going to stop Lamar and Derrick Henry? I will raise you the question. How in the hell are you going to stop Josh Allen and James Cook and this offense? How are you going to stop him? Listen, we have a Derrick Henry too, but his name just so happens to be Josh Allen, and he plays quarterback. He's the same size as Derrick Henry. I love when people are just like, oh my God, like tackling Derrick Henry. Good luck. Good luck tackling Josh Allen in that weather, ladies and gentlemen. He is a defensive end at the damn quarterback position. He runs fools over. He hurdles people. He stiff arms people into the third dimension. Good luck doing that. Listen, if anyone's nervous about our defense stopping Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, I'm not even mad at you. But the problem is that it sounds that we're thinking this game is only going to be offensive reps for the Baltimore Ravens. Guys, we have a healthy quarterback right now that doesn't have a broken hand anymore. We have a running back in James Cook that's not playing through a turf toe injury anymore. Like, we have Amari Cooper on the field right now. We have Shakir, who is not playing with a sprained ankle right now. Like, we have Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox, Keon Coleman, Matt Collins, who's been going off. Don't disrespect Matt Collins in this damn stream. That is not allowed. Guys, like, we are an entirely different team right now. And when you look at playoff performances, you know that Josh Allen always steps up. Each and every single playoff performance that he has, especially in the divisional, just goes absolutely insane. And we know that it's only a matter of time before Lamar Jackson goes pumpkin mode, bro. When's he going to turn into a pumpkin? Is it the divisional? I don't know. I don't know, baby. But listen, I know that there's going to be fireworks during this game, and I can't wait. Easton is saying, I feel Rapp always gets cooked on a deep ball at least once a game, though. Safeties are a massive issue for this team. He is really good at run defense, though. He has stopped so many would-be game-winning, like, rushing touchdowns. Solid in run defense. Coverage, he could be a bit better. I'm not going to lie to you. Arguably enough, actually, Hamlin is better in coverage than Taylor Rapp. And to be completely honest with you, based off of everything that I have seen. So, is what it is. But more than likely, I do think that we will end up spending a pick on a safety in the second round next year, maybe even the first. There are a couple of dogs rolling in there, but like, for the most part, it's cold as hell. I did ultimately end up seeing a report where, so Lamar Jackson, he said that he tried to go on ahead and he tried to play with gloves on, like, during practice today, and he said that he's not going to do it because he said he was absolutely awful. Folks, 8 degrees. Throwing a football for somebody who's not used to it, it's going to be a bit of an adjustment. It's going to be a bit of an adjustment, if you know what I'm saying. A bit of an adjustment. But anyway, let's take a look at this Buffalo Bills injury report, folks. And so far, we are pretty damn healthy myself, man. We are pretty damn healthy ourselves. The only players that were listed as limited today was Alec Anderson. He is our 6th offensive lineman, rotational guy when we run a lot of those jumbo packages. And then we also have Ray Davis, who is still in the concussion protocol. Now, I hope Ray Davis can come back, but let's be honest with ourselves. He has become our RB3 with the rise of Ty Johnson as of late. Like, Ray Davis's snap load has been almost unrecognizable for the past couple of years, and he's fine. He's fine, man. He's a solid back, but even if he's not able to play, I feel like he'll be okay. I feel like this Buffalo Bills offense still will not miss a beat. We have all of our starters out there. We are completely fine. I'm feeling it. We have Brent. No worries Sunday, fools. Go get him, Dan. Thank you so much, man. Sometimes I need that support. Keep in mind, so Lamar grew up in Florida, and the coldest game he's ever played was 28 degrees, folks. The coldest game he's ever played was 28 degrees. 28. Something to think about. Ravens fans care more about the MVP. Bills fans care more about the Super Bowl. I'm telling you, nothing to be worried about Sunday. Lamar will be on the sidelines wrapped in blankets. That's all right. Hey, listen, so would I. I'm not even going to hate on the guy because that shit's cold as hell. Ray Davis, our rookie. Dan, what do you mean? Couple of years. John, You know what I mean, fool? Couple of weeks. Context clues, Johnny. I'm just kidding, Johnny. I love you, man. I love you, man. Thank you so much. I just needed an excuse to hit Bob, all right? I just needed an excuse to hit Bob, all right? Hot takes. James Cook goes off with first 200-yard game with 3 total touchdowns, and we limit the Ravens to less than 120 rushing yards. That's a hot take because this is the first-ranked run defense in the NFL. And I'm pretty sure like first run offense in the NFL as well. So we're going to have to see. Dexy, Dan Lamar is going to turn into running back Lamar. When that happens, he folds in big games. It's happening in the last 2 playoff games. Bills on top. Bills on top. Shout out to Johnny Tran in the chat. You're my boy, man. That's what I'm talking about. Sports is laughing. I love it. Billy Talon, 385 people in this bish. Come on and hit the like button and subscribe button. Dan Mitchell out here putting in the work for y'all. Billy Talon, I appreciate my guy. All right, listen. Well, you know what? I can almost guarantee you that a lot of people watching right now are not subscribed. And I could ask them to, but they're not going to do it. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bribe their asses, bro. I'm giving away a signed Taron Johnson jersey. Okay? If you want this, you want this? You want this? I'm just kidding with you. I'm doing a signed giveaway for each and every single person that is currently watching this stream. I'm announcing the winner during Bills Ravens live play-by-play reaction. If you want an opportunity of winning this, then you need to be a subscriber to this YouTube channel. So with everybody watching on X, if you want to be a part of this, I'm announcing the winner on Sunday during live play-by-play. Have to be a subscriber and then also leave a comment on this video once it is all said and done. I've been doing these signed giveaways all week. Fun fact, I did have a Gregory Rousseau signed jersey giveaway a couple of weeks ago. The kid that won, I followed up like 5 or 6 times. Haven't heard from him. So I'm assuming he doesn't want it. So that's back in the rotation of giveaways, folks. That's going to be the AFC Championship giveaway of the week. And then Ravens fans and Bills fans as well. I do have a contest running on Instagram, on TikTok, and X. What I'm doing is that if the Ravens win, I am selecting a random Ravens fan, and I am buying and sending over a Ravens jersey of their choice to them. But if the Bills win, I am also sending over a random Bills jersey of their choice. Excuse me. I'm sending a random Bills fan a Bills jersey of their choice. Not a signed one, just a regular one of their choice. It is what it is, man. If you want to be a part of that contest, spoiler alert, so you do also need to be a subscriber to this YouTube channel, and then just follow me on one of those platforms. Not all of them, just one, and then leave a comment on one of the videos where I announced it. Spoiler alert, it's on every single video I have done that has anything to do with the Bills and the Ravens. So something to consider there. Ravens fans and pundits, give them love like they've won the last 4 Super Bowls. It is absolutely a joke. Actually, it's not clown. You're saying that Lamar is all that and he has nothing in the playoffs. We know Allen hasn't won a Super Bowl. Dude, Jordan Smith just comes in here and he just argues with people, bro. I don't think that Jordan even listens to a damn thing I say. Jordan, do you listen to a damn thing I say, Jordan? I'm just kidding, Jordan. What's going on? Nuts all in your mouth, Ravens. Wow. Easton is coming in saying, I feel as though, and the only way we win this game is if it's a blowout. I just don't see us winning a game down the wire. It's exactly what's going to happen, Easton. That's precisely what's going to happen. Easton, I need you to be a believer. I need you to be a believer. I need you to walk tall, puff your chest, and start talking some shit. That's what I need, baby. That's what I need from these Bills fans, man. That's what I need from these Bills fans over here. IDK, Lamar's Super Bowl MVP, and MV3. Wow. Listen, I thought I told you to change your username to IDK Ball. All right? I don't know ball, bro. That's precisely what you are, fool. Bills, bets, and beers. I will be at the game, Dan. It's going to be a great game. Perfect conditions for the Bills to kick some ass. Dress warm, my dude. Dress warm, man. That is some Bills Mafia shit that I've seen, and I absolutely love it. This is a beautiful thing. Yo, Swooty. So Mulatto has PTSD flashbacks. So when he sees 87 in red, Swooty, he wasn't playing. He wasn't playing. You are the worst Chiefs fan I've ever seen in my entire life, right? Like, didn't you say, like, during roll call that, like, you were a Chiefs fan from, like, New Hampshire or something like that? Like, how does that make sense, bro? How are you a Chiefs fan from New England. It doesn't make sense to me. Actually, it does. Once Tom Brady ended up retiring, you needed to find another team, didn't you? Swooty, fraud-ass Chiefs fan in here. At least Ravens fans are mostly from Maryland. Like, that I'll give them. But you? Come on, man. Absolutely embarrassment. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Listen, Bills fans are diehard, bro. Like, we were all born in Western New York or had family that was in Western New York, or we've been with the team even when they were shitty. I don't know many Bills fans that hopped on the wagon once we were good. All Bills fans I know were fans when we sucked. I promise you, yo, Swooty, that you were not a Chiefs fan when the Kansas City Chiefs were awful. I promise you that. I promise you that. Brantley, Bills for life. Look at that. Got him. Renblur. No worries, Dan. We're winning on Sunday. Josh from a cell said this. Someone free Joshua Harris. He's been in this live chat in prison with his contraband cell phone for the longest time, man. All right. Someone free Josh. He didn't do it. Josh handles pressure better than Lamar. Nice is coming in. Mind y'all business. We will beat y'all with or without Zay. Y'all got more things to be worried about. Like what? Like how expensive plane tickets are going to be to Kansas City next week? I think that's exactly what it is. In fact, folks, buy your tickets now to Kansas City next week, ladies and gentlemen. Because they're going to be really pricey on Sunday. That's my advice. And for you, I would recommend getting into basketball, my friend. Looking at mock drafts. Nice. Yeah, right. I'm just kidding. Nice. Thank you so much for coming into the stream. Sonny is coming in. If we lose to a game, Dan, is there a Sean McDermott firing? Go Bills. Been a Bills fan since I was 5 years old. I'm 41. Stayed loyal. I appreciate that, Sonny. Thank you so much. So I think that Bills Mafia would 1,000% want Sean McDermott to be fired. I just don't think that the ownership would do it. Taryn is back. Back, man. IDK, bro. Lamar's 3x MVP. Bills fans are delusional, but he turns into a pumpkin into the playoffs every year. Pumpkin patch. Come on, man. MVP is a regular season award. Let's see if he goes out there and plays MVP ball in front of Bills Mafia in 8-degree weather against the fully healthy Buffalo Bills team. All right. If you want me to give him respect, go out there and play incredible football and beat the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs in 8-degree weather while the Buffalo Bills are at home where they're undefeated, while they are healthy, and win in a shootout with Josh Allen. Then maybe I will get into a conversation with you. So we need to dominate the time of possession and not have our D get exposed in the divisional like last year. Well, I'm glad you picked that up, okay? Because things are very contextualized right here. Look at that. This is the injury report that we have this year. This is all fun and games, right? Look at this. And shout out to Big Dog. This right here, folks, was the injury report leading up to the divisional round last year against the Kansas City Chiefs. Benford was out. Bernard was questionable. He didn't play. Surprise, surprise. Gabe Davis was also out. Okay. Rasul Douglas also did not play. Taron Johnson, I believe he did play. And then Sam Martin was also questionable. Rapp was out. Balin Spector was out. And Matt Milano was on the IR. So he wasn't playing. This was last year's injury report leading up into the 2025 season, folks. So I think that we should be thankful that this is what it looks like right here. And if that injury report tells you anything, ladies and gents, where the Buffalo Bills only lost by a score against the then would-be Super Bowl champions is that Josh Allen and this offense are absolute dogs. And Stephon Diggs played like shit that game, and we kept it that much closer. So if anything, I don't know. We have IDK. All right, IDK, have a good one, man. Listen, I love IDK. He just comes in here and talks shit, and then that's it. Scotty, no offense, but a 3X MVP doesn't lose to the Raiders at home and the Browns. Tyler H. is saying, Dan, we aren't going to Kansas City for the AFC Championship. We are hosting Buffalo versus the Texans, and it will be the first time since 1994 since we hosted one 30 years ago. Listen, man, I would be fascinated if the Houston Texans beat the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but it would be interesting. Dan Mitchell, it's going to be 8 Fahrenheit, but nobody talking about wind chill. That wind chill will F you from the inside. Absolutely. And it's going to snow. Wind chill, snow, and 8 degrees. It's pretty tough if you were to tell me that. Diggs with that long bomb drop, freaking killer. It killed me, man. It still rips my heart out each and every single time that we get into it. Daniel, Houston will beat the Chiefs. We have Daniel coming in thinking that that's going to go down. We have Terror. I want to beat the Chiefs. Go Bills. Go Bills indeed, man. Bills play better when they have more assignments. Matthew, I, for one, am just excited to watch the game on Sunday. Go Bills. You and me both. Dan, let's be real. We're facing the Chiefs next Sunday. I'm already manifesting the Bills' victory. Me too. Our defense sucks with Sean McDermott. We never blitz. We always sit back. We better blitz because our run defense sucks. And we're playing Lamar, who is going to run all over us. And so our defense is number 1 in turnover differential, Josh. Watch the defense on Sunday. You're going to be happy. I promise you that. Josh, I'm just kidding. I know that this is your first chat in here ever, so I hope you understand that this is all part of the joke. I love fucking around. I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in and showing love. But I promise you this defense is going to surprise you. It's going to make you very happy. LJ Jr. saw the Diggs drop in person last January. Allen put the ball on a dot from 50 yards away, and Diggs effing choked. I know, right? So if anything, we just need to go on ahead and figure that out. Figure that out at the end of the day. Can we please, for the love of God, stop playing so that, like, on third down? So the problem is, if you don't play nickel, then that means you take off one of your best defensive players. So do you want Taron Johnson to be off the field? If you want Taron Johnson to be off the field, then don't run nickel. Dan calling it now. Ravens start with the ball, get a touchdown, and Bills don't let them get anything else. Interesting. I don't see it happening that way, but I would love it. I hope love your channel, by the way. I'm going to be at the game. Josh, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I'm glad you took the joke appropriately. I just wanted an excuse to beat the hell out of Bob. That's all it was. I love you, my friend. I love you. So Lamar throws the ball to Benford at least 2x Sunday night. I mean, he does take care of the football, so I'm really not sure, like, him throwing a pick is going to be there, but I could definitely see him fumbling. I can't wait to buy the Super Bowl championship merch for Buffalo. Go Bills. And so our defense is ranked 32nd week 4. Well, hey, man, don't matter. It's about to be ranked 32nd after this week too, bro. Dalton is coming in. So Lamar has evolved into his true playoff form for 0 touchdowns and an interception. Wow. How much of a chance, and do you give the Rams at Philly? I actually think Philly's, and so I really think that, so the Rams will beat Philly. That is my hot take. No matter what, Dan, we will win. Go Bills. Love the channel and the content, man. Kevin, I appreciate that, and I'm glad that I'm entertaining you. One thing I have noticed that concerns me is that Buffalo does have a slow start. I'm hoping that we don't, and I'm really hoping that it's a part of the game plan where we start off as fast as we did against the Detroit Lions. So an ideal world for me, so hear me out. So an ideal world for me. So it would be that this Buffalo Bills team defers and we make Baltimore go 3 and out, 2 drives in a row, like we did against Detroit. And then our offense just marches down the damn field and we get a 14-point cushion. If we could put up a 14-point cushion and just get 2 stops at the beginning of the game, because it's going to take time for that team to adjust to that weather. I promise you. They are going to be wildly uncomfortable at the beginning. It's going to take some time for them to get moving. I can almost guarantee it. That is an ideal way, because I know eventually this team is ultimately going to find fire and start scoring. But take advantage of the shock of the cold for them for that first quarter. Go out there and play the exact same way we did against the Detroit Lions, and we'll be good. Mel, I love how your language goes from rated R during the 11 a.m. show and then comes to 5 p.m. show. You go PG-13, LMAO. It's because the kids are out of school, all right? The kids are out of school. So I have to be mindful. I don't want to taint the youth of America, all right? Danny is coming in, all love and seriousness. So what do you think are the advantages of the Buffalo Bills game? Okay, Danny, great question. So advantages for the Buffalo Bills, number one is the weather and the home crowd. That is an absolute fact. So Lamar and Derrick Henry and vast majority of that Ravens team, this is the coldest game that they have ever played in their entire lives, right? And so Lamar Jackson is only 1-1 when games are below, I think 32 degrees, or I think it's below 28. And the coldest game he's ever played was 28 degrees. So I think that's going to be a massive factor. It's also going to snow as well. So that's also something to put into consideration there. Number two, so this Buffalo Bills team now has Amari Cooper. So that's going to lock up Marlon Humphrey or distract Marlon Humphrey. Shakir is no longer injured with a broken ankle or a sprained ankle. And James Cook is no longer playing through a turf toe injury. So we now have a fully healthy, a fully operable sort of offense. And now that Josh Allen as well, he's not worried about aggravating his quote-unquote broken hand, his left broken hand. He's going to be able to run all over the field. And he's going to be able to make plays with his legs, which I think is going to be absolutely insane, solidly. As far as defense is concerned, I really don't know many advantages we have, but I'm so confident that this offense is going to score early and often and have one of those games where they are just clicking from start to finish. That's why I'm confident. And while, I'm not confident that we're going to go on ahead and stop Derrick Henry for 50, 60 yards, right? And embarrass Lamar Jackson the entire game. But one thing I am confident in for this Buffalo Bills squad is something that they do every single game this year, with the exception of the LA Rams, is that we take the football away. We take the damn football away. Bills broke so many records this year. They have to win the Super Bowl. I 1,010% agree with you, especially since I'm going to be at the Super Bowl. I would love to cover the Super Bowl while my team was there. But I suppose it would be very difficult to be impartial, when I'm asking people questions. So weather is absolutely Baltimore's advantage. Robert. Guys, Robert just caused brain rot in your children. Folks, if you are watching this stream right now, please send your children away, because Robert has just caused what the kids call brain rot, okay? They may never recover. So please cover your children's ears, make them walk away. I am suffering from brain rot after reading that. Robert, how in any world would you say that the Baltimore Ravens have an advantage in weather that they have never played in their entire lives? 8 degrees. In what world would that be their advantage? I'm having a hard time. You could say, how are you going to stop Lamar and how are you going to stop Derrick Henry? I have a question for you. How are you going to tackle Josh Allen in that? Josh Allen and Derrick Henry are the exact same size. I love when people are just like, oh my God, like, how are we going to tackle Derrick Henry? How are you going to tackle Josh Allen? When dude rips off 90, 100-yard rushing yards on the ground on Sunday. How are you going to tackle James Cook, who's also been an absolute stud? So what about our massive tight ends? What about Keon Coleman, who's an absolute massive individual as well? Bro, we have a defensive end at the quarterback position, all right? Listen, everybody worried about, oh my God, Derrick Henry. We have one of them too, but he just so happens to be our quarterback, and he throws piss missiles in the snow. All right, Robert, I'm just kidding. What's up, man? Hope you're having a great day, man. Sincerely. All right, guys. I am going to go on ahead and I'm going to call it. But reminder, so I am going to be live on the AFC East Roundtable here in just a couple of hours. I think it's a 6:45 start, 6:30 start, one of the two. Reminder, I really hope everybody comes because we are raising money for the American Red Cross for all of the victims in the Southern California wildfire crisis. And 0 super chats for that stream. We are just going to be asking for donations from our audience. Our goal is to raise $50,000 by the Super Bowl. So we're running it all over Roundtable channels. We're going to be running it on my channel, on individual channels. That's going to be our goal. So if you want to come and hear more Bills, Ravens previews, hearing it from me and my co-hosts, please go on ahead and roll on over to the AFC's Roundtable. We are going to be discussing Bills versus Ravens and raising money for a very, very, very good cause. Love you guys. I will see you in about a half hour. Deuces.